One of the basic ideas of attraction is being able to spike the emotional level of a woman. Attraction is an emotional reaction. What happens when a woman or even you are attracted to someone, your emotions are spiking. Your dopamine gets released in your brain. You feel excited. You feel this other chemical called oxytocin, which is the love chemical that makes you feel love. All these emotions are being released. That's what happens when attraction occurs. And so in order to get a woman really attracted to you, you want to be able to spike those emotions. And I'm going to teach you on this video a really cool concept and how to do that. The main idea is to be unpredictable. Unpredictability is what breeds attraction. And predictability is what breeds boredom and does not create attraction. In fact, I actually talk about this in my program, Hooked. And I go over some of the most attractive traits and not attractive traits. And on that list is predictability in terms of not being attractive. So how does this work? Well, let's talk about the idea of you going to a movie. Imagine you're in a movie theater, you're watching a movie, and then all of a sudden, one of the good guys who you thought was good the entire time ends up being a bad guy. Big twist at the end, and you're sucked into this movie. So imagine that little twist happens. What's going on? Well, you are going to get excited. You're going to be eyes stuck on the screen, more interested in the story, and more excited because this was completely unpredictable. A twist just happened in the movie, and it totally threw you off course and got you more attracted to the story and what was going on. So that analogy there is very similar to what happens with attraction. When you pepper in these times of being unpredictable, you can create attraction. Okay, so this is really cool stuff. So let me tell you how you can be unpredictable when you first meet somebody, and then when you're dating someone, and then when you're in a relationship. I'll give you an example of what it looks like in all three, so you can do this to continually be able to create and sustain attraction with your woman. When you're first meeting a woman, you want to do what's called providing entertainment. And when I say providing entertainment, I've talked about this in a few videos, and I go really deep into this concept in my Hooked program, which, by the way, you can check out at getherhooked.com. I talk about this concept, which is providing entertainment for yourself. A lot of guys, and this is very predictable, will go and start talking to a woman and approach her wherever, at a bar, social event, grocery store, somewhere, and he'll try to entertain her, get her interested. He'll try to just talk about the things that she wants to talk about, ask her a million questions. This is very predictable behavior, very obvious behavior, doesn't create attraction. It could, but it's very rare. Instead, be unpredictable, completely flip the script there, and instead provide entertainment for yourself by talking about the things that you want to talk about, saying the things that are on your mind, asking her the questions that you actually care about, because you probably don't care about where she's from or what she does for a living. You're just saying those as filler questions. But what are the things you're actually interested in? Talk about those and do the things in the interaction that make you laugh. Another term for this that is common in the dating advice community is self-amusement. How can you amuse yourself? How could you be having fun in an interaction? How can you make it fun for you? If you know how to answer that question, and only you can, then you can be unpredictable in the interactions that you're having. What about when you're dating a woman? How do you get to be unpredictable when you're dating? Again, not when you're in a relationship quite yet, not when you guys are exclusive, but when you're just dating her. Maybe you've been on a few dates, like, 3 to 7 dates, something like that. How to be unpredictable? Well, what you can do is you can surprise her with something that you guys are doing. Don't tell her what you're going to do that night. A lot of guys will be like, oh, tomorrow let's go here, let's do this, or they'll even ask, what do you want to do? And kind of leave it up to her and not be very dominant in this situation. Instead, why don't you take another route? Pick something to do, something that's fun for you and you think it'd be fun for her, and tell her, hey, listen, I know that you thought we were going to dinner tonight, but instead we're going to do something totally different and more fun. Let's go. So you're going to surprise her. By the way, you might be thinking, well, Trip, tell me, what's the thing? Doesn't matter what the thing is. It could be bowling. It could be something like eating dinner and doing a picnic instead of doing it at a restaurant. Doesn't matter what it is. But the fact that it's going to be a surprise will already make it more interesting because she doesn't know what it is. This causes unpredictability, this spikes her emotions, gets her more excited and says, wow, this is fun. This person is fun because I never know what to expect. I never know what's around the corner. Keeps her on the edge of her seat. If we move this to the relationship status, so what happens when you're in a relationship with a woman? Because when you're in a relationship, what happens? Routine happens. What's routine? It's predictability. You guys go to the same places to eat. When she comes home, you talk about the same things, and maybe, you end up, getting ready for bed, and then you have sex right before bed, and just like this whole routine that ends up happening. So you want to flip the script here as well. So instead of just doing that normal routine, switch it up. So here's a good example of what that might look like. And again, this could be really anything. It's just getting out of the routine itself. One example is when she comes home, give her a big kiss on the lips, walk her to the bedroom, and then you guys have sex. It's probably not a normal thing that you guys are doing all the time, right? Instead, you're only having it after a nice date night, or you're having it right before bed. So do it before dinner. Make it more exciting. So again, it doesn't matter what it is. Just look at your routine. Move things and shift things around a little bit. That makes it unpredictable. That makes it more fun and exciting. I think I've made it pretty clear here in how this all works. If you need more examples, you want to dive deeper into this and understanding how you can continuously trigger attraction, because being unpredictable is not the only way. There's a few more things that you can do to really secure a woman being super, super into you. If you want to learn that, go to getherhooked.com. That's my program that fully explains the whole process and system of getting a girl interested in you and being able to do this while still remaining true to who you are. So check out getherhooked.com and check out the Hooked program. I think it's going to help you out a lot. Meanwhile, try some of this stuff, whether you're just meeting a woman, dating her, or in a relationship. Try this, see how it works, and you're going to see it works like a charm. I'll talk to you on the next video.